Yeah! What is up, ladies and gents? Everyone else, Slappy here with ETM 540 Clubhouse, fresh off a trip from Rat City Ruckus in Las Vegas, Nevada. For those of you who checked out the video, thank you so much. We had such an amazing time at a new event that we've never been to, and we're super honored to be featured, in a sense, as the premier post-apocalyptic tribe or club at the event by the organizers, the Junkyard Pirates, by Rat Rod Magazine, by Welder Up, and all the other sponsors who made it happen for us. It was freaking amazing. So much fun. Go to Rat City Ruckus. It is a blast. Tons of stuff to see. But within that trip, we got inspired to start a project, or restart a project in this sense, I guess, or you know what I mean. I've had this for a while. We've never actually had it on the channel. I've done a little bit of work to it, and I think it's about that time. After going to the event, it was just something that got me stoked. I've been thinking about getting on it for a little bit, and we might as well just start doing something, because otherwise it's going to continue to sit. And the more that I can get excited about it, the more we can get done. Let me show you what we got and what we plan on doing. So some of you already know about this, and for those of you who are new to the channel, check out our 1959... What the... Okay, let's try this again. It's our 1959... What the fuck? We've got a 1959... Okay, this is getting kind of ridiculous. All right, welcome to the channel. Our 1959 Nash Metropolitan. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I love this thing. Now, like I said, this is something I've had for a very long time. I have always loved mini cars. I am not a small guy, by all means. But these cars, to me, are just cool. I love that they are abnormal, they're gas savers, they're just, yeah, cool. I mean, I don't know how much more to say. And when I was searching for a mini car, I had thought about getting a Volkswagen. The only problem is that everyone has done everything you can do to a Volkswagen. It literally leaves no room for creativity. So with this project, I plan on doing something a little bit different. Now, to give a little backstory on the Nash Metropolitans, these were actually built in England and imported into the States and sold to housewives and traveling salesmen as gas savers. They are basically a 4-person car. Yeah, you're not fitting 4 people in there. With a trunk. And they sold like hotcakes, honestly. They did pretty dang well. So a lot of these are still in the States, and most people will choose to build them back to stock, whereas we're definitely not going to do that. I actually got this car from a gentleman in Bakersfield from his backyard. He had already purchased this one and another one for his wife. This one was a little more than he wanted to put into restoration-wise. The other one needed a little bit less, and I got this for a pretty good deal as far as I'm concerned. It came with everything. It has all the parts. It's just a matter of putting it back together again. And that's what we're not gonna do. Let me tell you why. So rather than take the time that it's gonna need to completely rebuild the 4-cylinder 1500 engine in here, we are going to do this. A Toyota 22R. This thing you can get in either a 4-speed or a 5-speed. We don't have the transmission yet, but the big plan, and this is what I love the most, is that we are going to supercharge this bitch. I mean, it's going to be stupid. But that's what's going to make it fun, because not only have we never done an engine swap this big in a vehicle before, but we also have never built a full engine. Well, for a car. So the whole plan is to do a full emissions delete on this, get rid of all of the things that we don't need to, the amenities of like AC and whatnot, because, I mean, California, and get it as bare bones as possible and shove it in here. Now, as you can see, we do still have the original Austin Healey 1500 engine in there. All the rest of these parts are in the shop, but I'm not gonna take my time with all that. So if you are in the market for an engine like this, let me know, because otherwise this is turning into a coffee table. But this gives us all the engine bay that we need, hopefully, to make that fit in a way to where we have everything else that we need. But there's more plans than just putting the motor in this thing. Now, our hopes is to be able to broaden our fabricating skills once again and do a full-blown custom front suspension, custom rear suspension, and anything else that we need to strengthen and modify the subframe system that is under this car in order to make this a total street thrasher. I don't want this to be a normal Metro. I don't want this to be a drag Metro. I don't want this to be anything like anyone has seen before. I'm trying to do something different in a way that will definitely turn heads in a sense, but will also be extremely fun and reliable to drive. Now behind me, I do have a case that is literally filled with original Nash parts, and we have a little bit of a surprise underneath this tarp. No, it's a sheet. It's my old bed sheet. Who am I kidding? A majority of these parts are going to come out as we're building it. I don't want to just straight give it all away. So this you will see eventually. But we're going to try and incorporate some of the old parts, as we like to do, that are in that case, and do what we can to make this as unique as possible. So let me give you a little handheld walkthrough of what we are currently up against within this build. Now, for a car that sat in a backyard in Bakersfield, it actually held up quite well. A majority of the paint removal that you see has actually been done by me. And although I'm not the most happiest with the rust, I am super stoked with the patina that this thing has had. Originally, it was a yellow car, or blue, or maybe it was orange. I don't know, but I'm not going to do anything with this paint. I think I'm going to leave it exactly how it is because, yeah, it just looks cool. The engine bay is quite bare bones. I've already taken quite a bit out of it, but as you can see, structurally, everything is there that we need. The shock towers are there, all the electronics, heater core, whatnot, but we're going to be messing around with a lot of that anyways, so yeah, not too worried about it. Let's check out the inside. Now, as with any car that sits with its windows down, the floors are gone, and that's because they were completely rusted out. But we're most likely going to have to modify that transmission tunnel anyways in order to fit the new Toyota transmission. So we'll just build our own custom floors. Back here, hopefully we can leave because it's all still pretty good. And then we'll just have to make our seat brackets and just do some strengthening on this chassis as we go along. The doors and everything, hinges, they all work perfectly fine. Even the window rolls up totally fine, as you can see, on both sides even. And yeah, we're pretty stoked about that. This dash is super cool and simple, but we might be doing a dash swap. I'm hoping to find something super rad to fit in there that's going to make it look a little bit better, other than just the basics of this Nash. We got some ideas, so we'll pass those along. The back two-person space looks pretty solid, other than that battery pan, but we will fix that. We will make it work. I think I'm going to leave that how it is because the more room we have for more hearse purrs up there, the better. Now for the rear, this is the first year they started putting in the trunk. Well, the trunk lid, I should say. And I am super stoked to have that because I plan on doing some sort of a fuel cell or something back here and having just our fuel system to where it's going to be more easily accessible. There wasn't a tank originally below it. It was totally blown out. So we threw it in the trash. But this is cool because our rear suspension is all just right here. So we can do our modifying off the chassis to that, or whatever the case may be, and it's going to make it a lot easier on us. This is the worst of the rot in the car as far as just most awkwardness for getting to and whatnot, and I already started to cut it out. I'm going to try and get it to where it's back to its original shape, but we may do something different with the rear because I don't necessarily like the spare tire holder. And yeah, we may do some metal work there. We'll have to see. Now, like I said, I absolutely love the paint on this, or lack thereof. It is just perfect. And it's very much us in what we like to do, which is find them as they are and put them back on the road. So this is probably going to stay the same, but we'll see as things evolve. You never know. And I'm just looking forward to getting into it and really starting to expand our learning as we try something totally new, because it is a car. We've worked on cars, but we haven't done certain things that are going to take a little bit more skill and research, and literally just the strength in doing so. Right now, as it sits, we actually do have a 4-inch lowering blocks in the rear. We did that just because we wanted to see initially how freaking cool it would look sitting down on the ground, and we really love how she looks. And I'm actually, as I'm looking at things, I want to tell you guys more about what some of the plans are, but I also don't want to give them away too, because I think this is going to be something fun where on a weekend when we don't have a specific project to get to, we can jump on this for a little bit. And even if it's a matter of just doing one thing, at least it's one thing closer. So I'm really excited about that. So here she is one more time in all her glory. Full walk around. Oh yeah, got the grill and the original front emblem too, by the way, which is awesome. But yep, she is a looker. I absolutely love this thing. Very nice. So with the introduction of this new project, I just want to thank everyone so much for coming along with all the shenanigans and stuff that we do on a regular basis. This is how my mind works. I have so many things happening and so many things going on, and I just like sharing them regardless. And it really does help me to do this with you in order to push me to keep going on everything else that we've got going on. And it's a lot. But with that, I just want to say, because I have not always been the greatest at finishing things, I've not always been the greatest at pushing boundaries, and I'm very routine. I'm not someone who normally would be like getting into something as big as this. I'd say like maybe 10 years ago I would have been, or maybe longer than that, but I would have been, a little hesitant. It probably maybe wouldn't have happened. So it's just awesome to have the ability now, and the shop and the support from my family, to just go out and do it and just be like, all right, what's next? What are we diving into? And I just want to say, for any of you who are hesitating or thinking they want to get into something, or have something sitting there that's just been, collecting dust and whatnot, just go after it. And I'm not the greatest example, but I'm happy. I'm very happy. I'm very grateful for everything that I get to do and what I get to work on and what I get to play with. I mean, honestly, it's just a bunch of toys and I get to work on them whenever time is willing and allowing me to. So for everyone who's backed us up, for all our sponsors, for Old Bones Therapy, Shakedown Seasoning, Ballistic Dummy Lab, all those guys who back us and send me messages saying like, you're doing a great job. Thank you for the support. I thank you guys. And I thank every single one of our subscribers. We have grown so much more than I ever thought. I literally didn't think that many people would be interested in the majority of what we do. But you are, and you're here. So thank you guys, and tell your friends and family. I mean, we've always said that we're going to do this no matter what, but we don't mind growing. So tell people about us. I am a middle-aged male, typical out of shape, middle-class guy who's just trying to make some middle-class dreams happen. We actually have a new design that's hopefully coming out soon. Actually, I'm going to put it right here. And that signifies exactly what I'm talking about. Not even good enough to podium. So thank you guys. Enjoy the new project. I know I am. And we will see you on the channel for next week. Which I don't know what's going to be yet. Just so you know. It could be this. It could be something else. But at least now the cat's out of the bag and this has to happen. So for those of you who want to know about the jet boat, we are getting back on that more because that is going to be something that I definitely want to get going. The next step is to pull the carb, bring it here to the shop, give it a full clean down, and then hopefully see what we can do about maybe trying to start that engine. I know I got to replace a couple of the spark plugs that broke, and then we'll see what happens there. So thank you guys. Yeah! We'll see you in the next freaking video. Freaking Nash.
It's always you and me.
Yeah, I'm definitely not following that rule.